Hi lovelies, it's Claire here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Honeymoon Reusables, formerly known as Reusables, which is run by Karen. The pad I have to review today is a 14-inch symmetrical heavy. It is cotton topped, cotton flannel and bamboo fleece core with a hidden PUL layer and cord back. Karen's standard fabrics for cores are always organic cotton flannel and organic bamboo fleece, and her standard backers are Wimpro or anti-pill fleece. So this was a custom order for me. I'm going to take a moment here before we look at the pad to talk about toppers. Now, what I find, I like to look for unique selling points with sellers. Some, it's the fact that they can really grasp a heavy flow. Others, it's a particular pattern that they've got or a unique novelty shape. And with Karen, I personally really feel it is her cotton topper fabrics, because she really goes for quality, which is something I appreciate. If you've watched my video on topper fabrics for cloth pads, you will see me talk about the differences in quality of cottons. And she goes for very high quality cottons, often named designers such as Tula Pink. And because of that, you know you're going to get a very absorbent topper, but some great patterns as well, and some collectible patterns like these raccoons, which are done in several different colours, and people do like to collect the set in the pad community, I've noticed. There's more and more of a theme of this collectible aspect of toppers. So for me, Karen gives you that uniqueness that all of her cottons are very high end and good quality, and things that you won't necessarily see with other makers. So definitely check out her cotton selection. Let's look at this pad now before I get completely off the thing about different patterns, which is easily done with me. As mentioned earlier, this is a symmetrical pattern here. You can see her stitching is consistent all the way around. And if we take a look at the core stitching, which you can't see easily, but you can see there, it is the wave stitch, and she's done it in a blending rather than contrasting colour, which I really like. Her tab wings on the larger pads are quite large in themselves, but I find that that helps the pad really stay in place, and also gives extra coverage for those that maybe tend to bleed off the side a little. This will give you that bit extra support there. So snapped, you can see the cord back there. So again, you can see the quality of the stitching is excellent. There's no bunching. Once snapped, this particular pad is just over 2.5 inches, and that's after a few washes. I chose to use this pad because normally I'm a super postpartum for the first part of my period. I chose to use this around mid-cycle, when for me I'm hitting my version of moderate flow. And I had no problem whatsoever with leaking. Obviously, there's the PUL in there, so no problems with back leaking, but also no problems with off the side leaking. The front and back were wide enough at that stage of my period to offer enough coverage that I wouldn't leak off the side onto my underwear. So all in all, a really comfortable pad to wear. Her heavy is actually quite thin. If we have a look at that here, like so. And I will do the fold in half, as I know people like that. I mean, you can see that is considerably thin for a heavy pad. So if you have an ordinary heavy flow, then these would definitely be some pads to look at, because Karen's heavy core is one of the thinnest that I have come across, in a like thickness wise and comfort wise. So definitely take a look there. To get one of Karen's pads, is a little bit more difficult than some sellers, as she works strictly on a stocking basis. So originally it was on her Facebook page, now it's via IndyCart, and she's also about to add Etsy stockings too. So you need to keep an eye on her Facebook for when a stocking's going to be and make sure you're there and ready to purchase. She does not have a custom wait list, so occasionally she will offer custom places within her stockings. If you are in the UK like myself, sometimes this way of running things can be a bit difficult to get your hands on a pad. I was very lucky that I had sent some fabric over to Karen, and then she sent me this pad as a thank you with the fabric that I had sourced and sent over for her. But if you are in the UK, don't forget to work out the time difference and see if you can find one of the stockings that works with our time frame here. In the US, not a problem for you at all. So just keep an eye out for when the time is, set an alarm and make sure you're there, as her pads tend to sell out very quickly. She offers everything from an 8 to a 14 inch, and her prices start at $7 going up to $13 with upcharges for certain fabrics and her mishmash style, which if you have a look, she has some great fabric combinations if you look at past ones she's done there. She also does a lot for charity, which is another great reason to check out her page. Once a month she does a stocking that's a fundraiser for a women and children, or woman or children based charity. So if you like to give to charity but also want to get a great quality pad at the same time, check out those stockings. I think I have covered everything here. All in all, I was very happy with this pad and I would certainly recommend them. So I will put the details to her page below in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.